Hello everyone, Dan here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, I'll be doing a review for The Wheel of Time Season 3, Episode 1, To Race the Shadow. This is just so Prime dropped 3 episodes, but we're only going to be talking about the first one in this video. I have separate videos for episode 2 and 3 as soon as I can get those watched. I'm watching these in order and then shooting the videos in between as to not like kind of spoil myself as to what's going to happen and maybe bring up things in each video that haven't really happened for those that are watching, that are taking their time enjoying this. Very excited to watch season 3. I will tell you this up front. This first episode has just a fantastic opening. Just one of the most intense sequences I've seen probably in all 3 seasons. So the show keeps ramping up, and I'm very excited to get into it. So we're gonna talk about everything that happened. I'll tell you some of the things that I liked. I don't think I have any big any big like gripes with the first episode. I think overall to me this seemed very enjoyable. Um, and I don't know where we're gonna go from here. I'm pretty excited because one thing this show continues to do is like we're gonna get all our people together, and then they're gonna have to separate and go on another journey. But that's kind of how fantasy stories work, right? So let's start getting into it because this first opening sequence, everything that happened before the logo shows up, which was almost 20 minutes of the episode, was fantastic. This was also a pretty long episode. So we begin with the Amlin confronting Leandrin, who had been accused. Like we know as the audience that she's a dark friend, um, and Nynaeve shows up as the surprise witness, right? Uh, at this time, Leandrin knows that the time for this facade is over, and she has to kind of go all out if she's gonna want to get out alive of this. This triggers one of the biggest fights I've seen in this show. Like as far as just magic powers being used, of course there's a big fight in the finale. Every season, but this just felt to me like the most down to the ground people on the ground doing stuff, especially because you have all these Aes Sedais fighting each other because there's so many infiltrators. It is a slaughter. So many dark friends. So many people that have been in the tower working for the Dark One. It was just like a big reveal that I don't think it came out of nowhere. I think it's something that they've been kind of building to, but just to see everyone kind of be activated at once was crazy. We get to see the stuff that's in their 13 repository, and then boom, another betrayal. Like this was all. I don't know if this was all part of their plan, but they definitely felt like it's either now or never. So yeah, as they try to escape, and like I said, there's a big fight sequence, like powers everywhere, really cool visuals of the magic, people getting betrayed. I do love that they do have healing magic, so like just because somebody's getting taken out doesn't mean that they're down for the count. We also see Moraine just in time as they are escaping to save the Amelin. Like, although she's doing all this kind of covertly because I think she's not supposed to be there, right? Or at least she's not supposed to be in touch with all the other people, the Aes Sedais and everything, everyone in the White Tower, right? She's been banished. I forgot also how deep the feel is when somebody that they're connected to like dies, like how hard the characters take it, and we do see that happen here. And all this, like I mentioned, happened before the logo even showed up. So yeah, really just going all out, bonkers, big fights, a lot of betrayals, and then this isn't even with our main cast. This was just all happening really in the White Tower, as the things are really crumbling there. We get to see the five meet together about their plans. Although, I guess the five chosen plus all the people that are hanging out with them, which is a lot of people. So, one thing I noticed, and I don't know if this is an update, I could not get the X-ray to. Normally, when a scene starts or when there's a lot of people going on, I'll throw on the X-ray on Prime so that it'll show me like who is all in the scene. It really helps when taking notes for this. But I did not see that. So let me know if that's something you've been experiencing. Maybe I need to do an update to my app. Of course, as this is the last night that they're going to stay in the city, the boys go out for a good time. We do see that Lanfear shows up in the city and she talks to Moraine. Um, I will say I do like Rand and Lanfear like hanging out together. I think that was some of my favorite stuff from the previous season. Uh, we also see that the Amlin comes to talk to Egwene and Nynaeve about getting them back into the tower so that they can continue their training. Now, Egwene never got her ring, so she can't really leave, right? But Nynaeve is kind of free to do whatever. Like she's not bound to anything. She's got a ring. She can control her power. She's got other problems. Her problem is that she can't really fully utilize her power whenever she wants to. But Egwene decides that she'll go back to the tower if she can go through the arches, and we get to see a new trial, uh, but not truly. We get to see that she's there, and Egwene's there in her trial, and she is now the Amlin, the mother. We have Nynaeve with her, and I forget the name of the other person that she's been traveling with, but they're all there, and they confront Rand, and we cut out of her trial to see her come back all bloody. So the implication to me is that maybe in the future she is the one that will have to, will have to take care of Rand, whatever that ends up meaning. But she gets a ring, and then this was all she needed from them. So like she's now also ready to go. Like the only reason that she went to do the trials was so that she could get a ring, and she can also leave. Um, we have an attack on the five, which is crazy. Like Matt's having visions. There's multiple Rands coming out of the mirrors. Egwene's attacked. They need stab multiple times. Um, Perrin, like his axe comes to life and starts trying to kill everyone around it. It was another really cool, bonkers, chaotic sequence. And we keep cutting in and out to Moraine and Lan just kind of being there, listening to everything that's going on. And so to me, I was like, wait, is this a test from them or is this something else? They come to the conclusion that the Forsaken found them, and that's partially true, but it looks like it was Lanfear that set up most of it, except for one thing, the Greyman that was stabbing Nynaeve. So it looks like their plan was to maybe Moraine probably had Lanfear do this so that they would be scared into following Moraine's advice, really. But now they've realized that they're not the only ones that know where they are. So the group does end up having to split into three different groups. Rand and Egwene and Moraine will go one place. A few people will stay in the city in the White Tower, including Nynaeve and Matt. And then Perrin has to go back to his home. And so he takes, and there's, like I said, there's bigger groups, but those are kind of the main people that have to go. Uh, Rand heads up to Aiel of the Waste to get his army that he has kind of foreseen in the book. And then for the last scene, we get to see one of the people that were revealed at the end of last season, the Mogadine, I believe that's how you say that, who is creating another Gray Man. So we know that the Mogadine was also involved now in that attack. So that's kind of what that tells me. Um, yeah, a lot happened in this one right from the get go. Like it was all gas, no brakes, and I'm very excited to see where we go from here. I don't like that the group is split up again. I really love when they hang out together. Like, that's kind of how we met the group, and every time they get together, I feel like they're safer, but maybe not. Maybe that's not the case. I don't know. But this was really fun, really enjoyable. I'm glad that Wheel of Time is back on my TV, and I can't wait to go watch the other two episodes that dropped because they dropped 3 episodes for the premiere, and then the rest of the season will probably be weekly, as most of the Prime shows are. So stay tuned in the channel. We'll have reviews for the rest of the other episodes that are out, and then on a weekly basis, we'll continue to talk about the show. So yeah, if you watch this episode, let me know, what did you think about it? What did you think about the beginning fight? What did you think about the attack on the five? And then let me know if I missed anything important. Leave it in the comments. I really appreciate Wheel of Time fans really coming onto these videos and just explaining some of the things that maybe go over my head, because this show's pretty dense. There's a lot going on. And then also, people that are book readers have a little bit more context from some of the stuff. So as always, thank you for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we go live. That is most Saturdays, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. And stay tuned. We have more comic reviews, trailer reactions, TV recaps, all that fun stuff here in the channel. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.